Welcome to Unveiled Destinations, your ultimate guide to exploring the world. Today, we're delving into the heart of the Big Apple, the city that never sleeps, New York City. Over the next 5 days, we'll be immersed in the city's vibrant culture, iconic landmarks, and mouth-watering cuisine. From Times Square to the Statue of Liberty, from Broadway to Wall Street, we've got a thrilling itinerary lined up for you. So, without further ado, embark on this virtual journey to the city that never sleeps. Day 1 in New York City begins with your arrival. The thrill of landing in this bustling metropolis is an experience in itself. From the airport, whether it's JFK, LaGuardia, or Newark, you're presented with a smorgasbord of transport options. Subways, buses, taxis, or even a helicopter if you're feeling particularly adventurous. Whichever you choose, it's time to check into your hotel and freshen up before hitting the town. And where better to start than Times Square? The beating heart of Manhattan? Times Square is a riot of color, sound, and energy. It's a place where the world meets, a crossroads of cultures. Here, you'll find everything from world-class theaters and restaurants to iconic stores and attractions. There's always something happening, from street performances to major events. Among the highlights, don't miss the towering billboards. They're a spectacle in themselves. And while you're there, why not catch a Broadway show or visit the famous Madame Tussauds? Now, no visit to Times Square is complete without indulging in some local cuisine. Grab a classic New York slice from a nearby pizzeria, or if you're in the mood for something sweet, head to one of the many bakeries for a New York-style cheesecake. As the sun begins to set and Times Square transforms into a dazzling display of lights, you'll understand why New York is truly the city that never sleeps. It's a perfect end to your first day in the Big Apple, with the promise of more excitement to come. Day 2 offers a mix of tranquility and drama. As the sun rises on your second day in the city that never sleeps, a visit to the heart of New York City, Central Park, is the perfect way to start. This sprawling green oasis is a haven of tranquility amidst the urban hustle and bustle. Imagine walking along its winding pathways, under the shade of towering trees, past serene ponds, and charming bridges. You'll find yourself immersed in the rhythm of the city, yet away from its noise. Perhaps you'll stop by the Bethesda Fountain, an iconic symbol of Central Park, or maybe you'll rent a rowboat for a gentle paddle on the lake. The park is also home to the Central Park Zoo, a must-visit for animal enthusiasts. And let's not forget about the Strawberry Fields, a beautiful memorial dedicated to the legendary John Lennon. As the day turns into evening, it's time to trade the tranquility of the park for the drama and excitement of Broadway. This iconic avenue is the beating heart of America's theatrical industry. Whether you're a fan of musicals, drama, or comedy, there's a show that will captivate you. Broadway is famous for its premier productions, with shows that have become global phenomena like The Phantom of the Opera, Hamilton, and The Lion King. Each theater is a world unto itself, steeped in history and filled with the echoes of performances past. As the lights dim and the curtain rises, you'll find yourself swept away into a world of song, dance, and storytelling. Experiencing a Broadway show is more than just watching a performance. It's about the anticipation as you take your seat, the hush that falls over the audience as the show begins, and the burst of applause as the final scene concludes. It's a magical experience that stays with you long after you've left the theater. After a day of nature and culture, you'll be ready for more adventures tomorrow. Day 3 takes you to iconic landmarks of New York City. A sunrise ferry ride to the Statue of Liberty is an absolute must on your New York City itinerary. As you cruise across the harbor, the city skyline recedes and Lady Liberty comes into view. It's a sight that's as awe-inspiring as it is symbolic. A beacon of freedom standing tall against the sky. Once you reach Liberty Island, take your time to explore. If you're feeling adventurous, climb up to the crown for a panoramic view of the city that's truly breathtaking. When you've had your fill of the statue, head back to the mainland and make your way to Wall Street. This bustling hub of finance and commerce is more than just the heart of New York's financial district. It's a symbol of America's economic power. Take a moment to marvel at the towering skyscrapers, the frantic energy of traders, and the hushed whispers of deals being made. Be sure to visit the New York Stock Exchange, a monumental building that's been the site of financial transactions for over 2 centuries. Nearby, you'll find the iconic Charging Bull statue. This bronze behemoth, with its head lowered and horns thrust forward, is a symbol of aggressive financial optimism and prosperity. Just a stone's throw away is the 9/11 Memorial, a poignant reminder of a day that changed the world. The two large waterfalls, set in the footprints of the Twin Towers, serve as a solemn tribute to the nearly 3,000 people who lost their lives in the attacks. The juxtaposition of these sites, the symbol of freedom, the embodiment of financial power, and the reminder of loss and resilience, paints a vivid picture of the complexities that make up New York City. With these iconic sites, you've had a taste of the rich history and culture that New York City offers. Day 4 is all about immersing in art and cuisine. Rise and shine, New York City is waiting. We begin the day with a visit to the Metropolitan Museum of Art, a treasure trove of over 2 million works of art spanning 5,000 years of world culture. From ancient relics to modern masterpieces, the Met is an art lover's paradise. As we wander through the labyrinth of galleries, we encounter the Temple of Dender, an ancient Egyptian temple that almost seems out of place in the heart of the Big Apple. We marvel at Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night and Pablo Picasso's Les Demoiselles d'Avignon, two of the many renowned masterpieces housed in this grand establishment. As the afternoon sun dips, we shift gears from art to cuisine. New York City is a melting pot of cultures, and this is brilliantly reflected in its food scene. We embark on a food tour, ready to tantalize our taste buds. We start with a classic New York slice, a thin crust pizza that's as iconic as the city's skyline. Then, we dive into the flavorful world of New York street food, from the spicy kick of halal cart chicken over rice, to the sweet allure of Belgian waffles from a food truck. We then venture into Chinatown, where we sample succulent soup dumplings, before making our way to Little Italy for some authentic cannoli. Every bite tells a story, a tale of immigrants who brought their culinary traditions, and added to the rich tapestry of New York's food culture. Finally, we cap off the night at a speakeasy-style bar in the East Village, sipping on craft cocktails and reflecting on the day's adventures. From the grandeur of the Met to the sensory delight of the food tour, it's been another unforgettable day in the city that never sleeps. After a day of art and food, you'll be ready for the grand finale. Day 5 is your chance to take a piece of New York City home with you. Shopping in the Big Apple is an experience unto itself. You can find everything from high-end fashion on Madison Avenue to quirky souvenirs in Times Square. Dive into the world of vintage at the Chelsea Flea Market or discover local artisans at the Brooklyn Flea. For book lovers, a visit to the iconic Strand bookstore is a must. As the day winds down, it's time to pack your bags full of memories and souvenirs. When it comes to departing, New York City offers plenty of options. Whether you choose a yellow cab, an Uber, or the air train, getting to the airport is a breeze. Remember to leave ample time for check-in and security procedures. As you depart, you carry with you memories of a city that's as vibrant and diverse as its people. And that, dear explorers, is how you spend 5 unforgettable days in New York City. From the moment you set foot in the city that never sleeps, every moment is packed with excitement. You'll find yourself awestruck in Times Square, experiencing the magic of Central Park, and mesmerized by the dazzling lights of Broadway. By the 3rd day, you're greeted by Lady Liberty herself and the buzz of Wall Street. Day 4, you're immersed in the world-class art at the Metropolitan Museum and indulging in a food tour that's a feast for your taste buds. Finally, you wrap up your journey with a shopping spree and leave with memories to last a lifetime. Every corner of this city tells a story, and we've only just scratched the surface. New York City is a must-visit destination, offering unique experiences that you won't find anywhere else. Don't forget to subscribe to Unveiled Destinations for more travel inspiration. Until next time, keep exploring.